Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome to Parasite Eve 2, even though the screen's disappearing because it's got a bloody title demo to play. Anyway, that doesn't matter, never mind that, we'll just enjoy the black screen while it just loads something, don't worry about it. So, Parasite Eve 2, you may remember earlier this year I played Parasite Eve 1, and it was a game I sort of wanted to play, kinda. I really wanted to play Parasite Eve 2, this was the game I wanted to play. But I was like, well, let's play Parasite Eve 1 first, because why not? Parasite Eve 1, decent game. Actually ended up having more fun with it than I remembered having. Hey, thank you for resubbing. Thank you. Is it that time of year again already? Has it been another month past? Oh, so fast, don't they just? Yes. I played Parasite Eve 1 earlier this year. I ended up having more fun than I remembered the game being. And we're about to get into the really fun intro again. So, yeah. But, so the game, a lot more fun. And I said, okay, it won't be too long. I'll move on to Parasite Eve 2, like, as soon as I can. Also, this is louder than I remember it being as well. Oh, well, don't worry about that. Hold on, let me turn down the volume. There we go. That's better for me. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. I don't know. If not, do let me know. I'm still messing around with the sound things. Haven't gotten all my new stuff. So, do let me know as best you can. Right. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Parasite Eve 2. I really like this game. This is one of those games I sort of grew up with playing. A friend of mine introduced me to the Parasite Eve series. He let me borrow the first game off of him. And then I managed to track down my own copy. Played it, liked it, and then I heard that there was a sequel. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I gave that a go. At first I was like very surprised how different Parasite Eve 2 is compared to the first one. Because like the first game is weird. It's like a bizarre hybrid of, I guess, kind of a Final Fantasy game. Because, I mean, Square Enix, so it plays a bit like Final Fantasy. And, I guess Resident Evil? To a point? Kinda? I don't know, it's hard to say what it is. This game, however, is a lot more in line with the actual gameplay of Resident Evil. You know, you've got tank controls, obviously pre-rendered the background for the first game had that too. But we'll get more into that as we go in and get into the game. I do like that intro. I think I prefer the intro to the first one. I think the song is just a little bit better in the first one, but I do like that intro as well. But we'll get into that and see where we go from there. And I need to actually highlight the screen in order to. There we go. Right. What options we got? Vibration. That's a lot of options, isn't it? Okay. New game. It's been a while since I played this. I think I remember most of it. September 4th, 2000, 8:18 p.m., Mist Center, Los Angeles. I remember most of it. So, yeah, September 2000. And we get a very cool intro. Nearly 3 years have passed since the tragic loss of life during the incident in Manhattan. Since then, I've quit the force and become an NMC hunter based in LA. I caught the creatures as they headed west from New York. We never saw any of the mutant mitochondria that created Eve again. The creatures' numbers were dwindling. The end of my struggle was in sight. To one chilly, late summer evening. Whoops-a-daisy. It's quite a nice opening, actually. What's the matter, eh? Got something against little girls? Just not in the zone today. Well, had enough for now? Now, it doesn't say, but this is basically your combat tutorial, which I will do at least a few levels of just to refresh myself, because I haven't played this game in a few years. So let's do the tutorial, refresh my memory on all the controls and all that stuff, and we'll get into it and see where we go from there. Once I get into it, I'm sure I'll fall back into my old habits and all that stuff. But until we get to that point, let's stick with the tutorial, Isaac. Music. I don't remember what's what. Guess you'll do. Ooh, there's that one. Ooh, that brings back memories. Hey, I remember all these. Let's go with ambush. I quite like that. Choose a weapon. You only get one. Okay. Let's start with level 1. Level 1. Like the basics, huh? Nav systems up. Program start. Press that to search for a target. Take aim when the target appears. Press that once more to aim at the target. Shoot the target, press R1. Yeah, so this game actually has a sort of a rough lock-on system, which is like essential. It's because enemies move a lot faster in this game compared to like Resident Evil or something like that. I mean, some of the enemies move faster than that, but this game has the lock-on system, which actually works well, like 90% of the time. Sometimes it screws you over, but choose a different target. Just press the button again. Yeah, okay. There is sort of a point for doing this. You do get small rewards for doing so worth it. If you're carrying extra rounds and your magazine runs out, fire your weapon to reload. However, by attaching ammo to your armor, you can reload when you choose. Press start to open the attachment window. Yeah, this is kind of your menu. It's one of those games where you can go into your inventory, but you only have like a limited amount. It's kind of like in some RPGs where you have to like equip items to as like a shortcut menu, but during in battle you can only use those items. It's kind of like that. Quick targets by pressing left and right while holding square. Gotcha. Nope. Well, this is easy because you're standing still. When you get into the actual game, damn it. Too slow. Reloaded at the wrong point. Hey, hang on, I was faster than that. Oh, did I run out of time? Not bad. Hooray! Score 200, kills by 3, total score 8,600. Yay! And I get some bonus BP. which is useful. BP is useful. So yeah, you get your basic sort of stuff. You can run around as pretty much any game at all, because why not? All right, let's try level 2. Can I go without music? No, we'll stick with the slightly quieter rendition. This is just me getting used to everything. Yeah, we're gonna get the one weapon for now. Okay, level 2. Should be a good warm-up. I think this is about targets move on this level. Yeah. Because they're different strengths depending on their color. Yeah. More or less the same as the last one, but slightly harder because things are moving around. Makes sense. I do kind of wish there was like a manual reload button, but I guess they never bothered to include that. Guess I didn't think it would be necessary. That's fine. We'll do what we can. Damn it, a little too slow. I'm getting the hang of it again. Damn it. Pressing the wrong buttons. I was hoping the orange would be... That'll do it. How well did I do on that? Didn't miss too many. Oh, I guess I missed too many. I didn't think I had, but fair enough. Alright, okay. Ooh, been a while since I've seen all of this. Yes, you get parasite energy, but we'll get into that sooner rather than later. Alright, let's try level 3, because I think level 3 is where they introduced the idea of moving around. I think? It's been a long bleeding time since I played this. Let's do it. Link's crossbow training looks way different than I remember. Very funny. You ever play Link's crossbow training? That's a weird fucking game. There's no reason whatsoever for that game to exist. It's purely there so Nintendo could push its Zapper thing. That's it. I have played it. I didn't own it. My brother owned it, actually. And I did play it. It was fine. He got really annoyed at how good I was at it. But then I was always pretty good at that sort of stuff. Alright, level 3. Good luck, you'll need it. Walk to the far left of the booth, proceed into the area. Movement instructions. Up to move forward, down to move backwards. It's basic tank controls. Because of course it is. X to examine an object in front of you. Enter the range and examine the firewall for the A. A? Where's the A? Oh, there's the A. I see the A. GPS is including the items you carry. Add the GPS to your armor attachments. Yeah, so you go into there. And this shows you how to do a certain amount of things. No, not use. It's move, isn't it? Move. You can move it onto there. You'll notice, of course, you only have so many attachments for your thing. You've only got 4 slots here. Different armor has different attachments. We'll be getting into that later. And you can also find items to increase the amount of slots a piece of armor has. And we'll definitely be getting into that later. When the GPS is attached, a motion detector will be displayed. The detector shows objects moving in a 25-foot radius. I have to think, hang on, what's the one line mean? Because 2 lines is inches, 1 line is foot. Because we don't use the imperial system over here, we use the metric system, because the metric system is better. Targets are shown as yellow dots. User is shown up in the center, with the up representing forward. Yes. So blue targets will appear on this level. These represent humans. Shooting these will result in a penalty to your score. Be careful. Program start. Behind here. Ooh, you're being very sneaky. Hang on, let me reload. Whoop, come on, turn around. Darn it. I forgot you actually got to wait for your character to turn around. Lock-on system works well, but it's got its flaws. Alright, what's next? Nice. Gotta watch out for those blue ones. Darn it. Don't want to hit the little girl targets. Well, never mind those ones. Ain't gonna get them, am I? Ah! That was the wrong button. I meant to press the square button again. Whoops. Well, that could have gone better. Yep, definitely out of practice on this game, ain't I? No, you're both fine. Oh, that's the wrong one. What the hell are you doing? So much for the little girls. Fortunately, that doesn't actually come up in the game. There's never a point where you have to worry about the target you're hitting. At least I don't think there is. Is there a point where you have to worry about that? I don't remember that being a thing. Well, I did poorly on that. I'm out of practice. Wow, minus 3,000 a pop. That's like the well, the B I suppose is also worth 3,000, but wow, that's terrible. I used to be able to do better than this. It really has been a long time. Anyway, how long have I been doing? I've been doing this for 20 minutes. All right, that's enough for now. Screw it. Fine. Fuck it. Whatever. I can't be arsed to go all the way through that. I mostly just wanted to cut my teeth back on the thing again. Hey, classic Resident Evil style. So many guns. And look, you can check things, and it gives you little descriptions of stuff. It's just like a classic Resident Evil game. Yay! I feel right at home. Sir? I understand. Right away. Pierce. That was Hal, I presume? Bullseye. Looks like the doo-doos really hit the fan. At the Acropolis Tower downtown. Acropolis Tower? Went there to a clearance sale last week. Not on the roof, I'll bet. Hal wants... I mean... Supervising Agent Baldwin wants you down there 10 minutes ago. This really does involve NMCs, right? Last time I checked out a creature sighting, it was just a salesman in a fluffy chicken suit. And no such luck this time. They've already called in SWAT. Alright already. I'm going. If there's NMCs, there I am. Okay, Ire, just don't get cocky. Nope, that's not what I wanted to check. Door, please. Firearms control. And you can go in there. It's basically a shop. Hi, Ire. You should be here to arm and equip yourself. Bring along some tablets too, just in case. Can I see the list? Okay, what have you got? So I only got 300 BP, of course. So how this game works: battles you fight, they don't give you EXP. Well, they do give you EXP, but we'll get to EXP later. But they also give you BP, bounty points. And so every creature you kill, you get bounty points for killing, because I guess it's just that kind of organization or something. And you then use that in order to buy shit. Standard stuff. It's kind of why this game doesn't quite fall under the survival horror tag. Like, you could easily classify this as a survival horror game. There's enough of what you would expect from a survival horror in this game for it to clarify. But technically, if you wanted to get really specific, because enemies give you points that you use to buy ammo, that is kind of, it doesn't really make it a survival horror, but I mean it kind of does. It's complicated, okay, because the lines between the genres are so blurry that it's almost like genres don't really mean much in the long run. Anyway, I've only got a few hundred BP at the moment, not really much to spend on. So yeah, that's fine. But honestly, you get more than enough for your assignment in this one, and I'm pretty sure there was a free ammo box too. Hey, car park. If memory serves, you pick it up now, or is it there later? Somebody left a drink. They must have forgotten it. Yes, I will pick up the bottle. And if you go in your inventory, you can. Is there a way to examine these things? A way to... Nope, that's the wrong button. Nope, that's the wrong button too. Hang on. I know there's a way to, like, examine stuff, and I don't remember what it is. There it is. Triangle. Triangle is the examine button. Yes, recovery 3. Recover 150 HP points. Useful. Useful. Very useful in point of fact. Okay then. I think we can we put that in the trunk? Or is that not something we get until later? My car, I have to get ready first. Yeah, I guess I'm ready. Can I not use the trunk yet? Oh, that could be a problem. Great, that means I got the blooming thing kicking around in my inventory. But then I suppose it could come in handy. It does get to a point of You've really just got to lug a lot of stuff around with you for this early section. You don't really gain access to inventory spaces and whatnot. Yeah, I'm ready. Ready. Great, I'll open the gate. Watch yourself out there. Why, hey. September 4th, 2000, 8:56 p.m. Acropolis Tower, Los Angeles. Well, that doesn't sound good. I'm sure he's fine. Look, she actually has individual strands of hair now rather than just those big blocks that were there before. Now here's fun. This is, technically speaking, an FMV that your character is like superimposed on top of, which is why you can't actually do anything other than just walk around. You can't access your menu, you can't pause the game. It's literally playing an FMV as you move around. It's quite clever, actually. It's quite advanced. Square Enix like to do that kind of stuff on the PlayStation. Special Agent Brea with the FBI MIST unit. MIST? Oh, right. Yeah, you're cleared for entry. Go right in. What's the situation? Situation? It's out of control. Had the team on the roof before we lost contact. Now our helicopter's down. Military better get her soon. Ooh, well that can't be good, now can it? But yeah, if you've ever played like some of the Final Fantasy games, Square would often mess with a combination of, you know, CGI cutscene combined with actual gameplay. That was a helicopter. Sad. No survivors. Well, no, helicopter crashes tend not to have survivors. Come on, in we go. Special Agent Brea, FBI. What's the situation on the roof? Well, SWAT went in about 10 minutes ago, but we seem to have lost contact. Any civilians inside? They've already been evacuated. They were yelling about creatures. I see. Thank you. Be careful in there. Sergeant, an FBI agent just entered the building. The hunter from Mist, right? Mist, Sergeant? Yeah, you never heard of him? Damn rookies. They're monster hunters. They formed after the NY blockade incident 3 years back. Thank you, exposition cops. I see she actually checks out her location this time. And look, you get a reflection. Ain't that nice? Both in the floor and in the glass. Attention to detail. I will say, actually, this is one of the best looking PlayStation games. Like, this kind of released towards the end of the PlayStation's lifespan, I think. Or at least in the latter years. This game looks really good. It pushes the PlayStation hard. Oh. My God. They're all dead. Oh no. Well, la-di-da. Nothing we can do for them now. His wounds, like something was toying with him. Oh, and there are some tablets there too. I had a vague memory about that, but I couldn't remember specifically. Some of these guys have things, some don't. This was starch, stench of gunpowder and blood. Bodies lying atop another. It's what's the best, and still... And hey, look. Because of course it wouldn't be a survival horror game without a map! Shows the room layouts. I'll enter it in my GPS. Check with the select button. Yep. Boom. Yeah, you'll have to forgive some slight loading stuttering. Obviously I'm emulating this game. Because, I mean, I do own this game. It's with my PlayStation in the attic somewhere, I think, right now. So, yes. Oh no. Well, I guess we better answer the phone. Ahoy hoy? Agent Brea? You're there. Good. This is Baldwin. What? SWAT? I see. It's unusual for NMCs to do this kind of damage. We need more information. Just use sufficient caution. Of course, phones are what you use to save. So we shall do that. Oh, good. So let's wander around. For the record, I do remember where to go, but I want to wander first, see if we can get used to it. Wait, there's something on the bench. So it's a ammunition box filled with 9mm rounds. I'll just borrow some of these. This case holds unlimited supply of ammunition. That's useful, considering this is the tutorial area. Remember supply points like this for later use. Yeah, so what that essentially means that yes, we've got plenty of ammo there. What are these tablets? Ah, recovery 1. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure doesn't this guy blood loss and trauma seems to live well. There, recovery 2. I had a vague memory of that guy having an item or something. Anyway, let's wander around a bit. Now, one of the things this game does actually do, and again, it's one of those things that wouldn't really lend itself to a survival horror game, but it actually tells you when you're in an area that has enemies. As you can see here, this area that I'm in, glowing red. That means there are enemies in this area. And what happens is at certain points throughout the game, enemies will repopulate the areas. And the game does actually keep track, at least I think it's a statistic thing you unlock in like playthrough 2 and beyond. You can unlock game statistics. And it does actually keep track of how many enemies you fought. There's like an enemy killed percentage. And it is entirely possible to literally kill every enemy in the game. It's worth doing that, believe it or not. Hello. Ahoy hoy. Now, let's use some magic powers. Hello. Hey, there it goes. Nice and easy. So, as you can see, when you complete a battle, you get experience points. I'll go into that in a minute. There's my BP, so that's good. And MP, because the idea is that during a battle, your magic points obviously cost MP. Your magic abilities cost MP, magic points. And you regenerate a certain amount at the end of a fight. So, unless you want to use items to recover your MP, which you can do, you can only use so much, because as you saw, this costs 8 MP, which is what it says there in the bottom corner, but I only recovered 4 from that fight. Hello. FBI, everything's gonna be alright. Watch out. They're not what they seem. And he's dead. Because of course they are. No good. He's gone. Unfortunately, it's locked. Because of course it is. Why would it not be locked? So yeah, sort of standard survival horror thing. Wander around, check things out. It is actually worth spending a bit of time checking locations and stuff. Ira tends to make little quips and comments if you check something more than a couple of times, which can be quite endearing, I guess. It's certainly different. Anyway, I used up a bit of ammo, so why not? Don't think the enemies are in this area yet. Another dead guy. Something ripped through his polymer vest and disemboweled him. Such incredible power. Has he got an item on him? Something next to him? Yes! Hey, a medkit. Useful. What would that be? Ah, penicillin. Yes, cure for darkness, paralysis, and poison. All of those things are really fucking annoying. Take my word for it. You're going to want to keep something along the lines of that for you, around, you know, for when you need it. Talk bloody properly. Alright, so obviously, as you can probably tell by the fact that we've pretty much run into dead ends in every other direction, there's only one door left. And if you ever get lost, if you just press the help button, I should check out the route first. It gives you just a little clue of like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Only door left.
Freeze.
Don't shoot. FBI. You hurt? Nothing serious. I'll be okay. Where's the rest of the SWAT team? Didn't you see them? Those things, they killed everyone. Everyone? All except this lady, a civilian. She didn't make it to the chopper. If she was wounded, please, you gotta save her. Where is she? God, Texas gone by fast. Probably still in the cafeteria. Please. Cafeteria key. Yeah. Watch your back. And look! Product placement. And you notice that I have a reflection and he doesn't. He's a vampire. Yeah, there is a certain amount. There's actually, I will say, there's quite a bit of Coca-Cola product placement. It's kind of weird. I can only assume they got the deal to do it, to just put Coca-Cola in this game, and so they decided to use it in like a lot of places. Because I mean, I guess if you spent the money on it, you might as fucking well, right? You'll see the most blatant one later on, which is quite funny actually. Anyway. One thing you can do is also you get key items here. You can check those out as well. Sometimes they'll clear, sometimes they won't. Sometimes there'll be a question mark until like way later on when you actually find the purpose for them. Open the door with the cafeteria key. Yay! In we go. I'm sure nothing bad will happen here at all. Now, you're safe now. With the FBI. I'm gonna get you out of here. Well, that can't be normal. And it sounds like a horse, because of course it does. Alright, big guy time. Alright, let's start with a blast. And then make sure to keep out of his way. Later. It's not a hard fight. I mean, it is if you're like not used to the controls. Yeah, and the controls do take a bit of time to get used to. But hey, look at that. 300 experience points, 200 BP, and 30 MP, and an item haul. It's just a recovery, but hey, better than nothing, right? Okay. I've never seen this type of creature before. Oh, there's some kind of metal implant behind the ear cavity. What's this? Alright, get down. Well, there go my bounty points. You can have them. Never seen this kind before. New species. Can mimic human form. What? It was disguised? No, it's transformed. Wounded SWAT officer asked me to come rescue her. SWAT? If you say so, But there's more of them. We're gonna need bigger guns. I call for backup now. Right, watch yourself. It's dead, Jim. Well, it is now. Yeah, Rupert's kind of a weird combination of Daniel from the first game and Barry Burton from Resident Evil. Ow. Ow. Gotcha. That was annoying. I used to be better than that. Ooh, a spray can. What are you? No, that's the wrong one. That's a spray can. Ooh, pepper spray. Inflicts paralysis. Yeah, see, these are the kind of things that you equip to your attachments, and so you can use them in battle. I never use things like these. Honestly, I just never saw the point. Let's just use that to top myself up. Alright, now, so, time to call in some backup. So, although I think I missed the opportunity. But as you can see, that little incident has put enemies in these two areas now. There was obviously one in the patio area as well, but I moved on before I remembered to show you that. So that's what you need to keep an eye on. If you're hunting for enemies to kill because you need some BP or some experience points or anything like that, go on your map, look for red areas. It's a nice little system, actually. I quite like it. Because then for completionists like myself, well... New species? Mimicking human form? I see. I'm sorry, but I can't send support. All our hunters are in the field. Yes, this may not be much help, but you have clearance to use any discarded weapons you find. Use them well, that is all. Agent Carradine has something transferring. I heard what happened. What's up with those shape-changing NMCs? That implant you picked up might tell us a few things. Be sure to bring it back, but be careful, Aya. Alright, well, while I'm here. Oh, good. Of course, if we go and check on the FBI guy, it's not there. Or it won't open at all. Someone locked the door. Okay, then. Hello. Works for me. Now, I don't know if I've got enough yet, but let's have a look at Parasite Energy. Much like in the last game, you get special moves and abilities. However, unlike the last game, you don't have like a level. It's not like a traditional RPG in that sense. as in your character levels up and you gain new abilities or health or stats or anything like that. You don't really have stats. Or you do, but they're on the weapons and your armor rather than on you as a character. The only stats your character has are health and magic points, which, you know, makes sense. So what you do is you have all this, where you can outright just learn all of these moves. Pyrokinesis, you've already seen me use that a few times, just a big ball of fiery energy. Combustion, I don't know if I've got enough for that. There we go, look, 750. Don't quite have enough to get that yet, but that's a good move to get. In fact, in general, most of them are pretty useful in some ways. Pyrokinesis, obviously a nice direct attack. Combustion does attacking over a larger area. Metabolism recovers your status. So if you get like blinded or something like that, then that's really bloody useful. That speaks for itself. Things like antibody and energy shot, also very, very good. Like antibody gives you basically like a shield. Energy shot is more damage for your projectiles and stuff. Both of those are really bloody useful. Plastic can be useful in certain circumstances for knocking down enemies and the like. And necrosis is so-so. That one's going to be useful in bosses if you need to take a break but you want to keep damaging your enemies. Necrosis can be useful for that. There is another level to these things, but we'll be getting to that much later on. So, yeah. No, that's the wrong button. Okay. Is this open now? Ah, gate has been locked. Yes, I thought so. That's the key. Alright. Now here's a fun little secret. If you check this, this is the only tree with red leaves. Some kind of tree disease? Wait, there's a small path beside it. Then if you check, you can actually step up, wait for it to load, and there's a tiny little secret area here. For the record, on the map, actually if I press the right button, you're kind of not in an area that actually exists. It's literally a secret. It's one of those secrets that you only know about if you know that it's there. But check inside the box. So what's ammo case? Something inside? Capsule. What could this be, I wonder? Well. Whoop, that's the wrong one. Check out the capsule and protein capsule. Recover full HP and add a maximum HP of +5. So you start off, as you can see, and you actually start off with 100 HP as your default. The +10 actually comes from the leather jacket, which is giving me added HP of +10. So you start off with 100 HP. If memory serves, and this is stretching my memory quite a bit, there are 10 protein capsules hidden throughout the game. I think it was 10. It's either 10 or 12. I can't remember. So you can actually up your default maximum HP to 150. That helps. Like, that could really, really help. Obviously, if you're going to use it, you're going to want to try to save it for, you know, a time when you're, you're missing a bit of health, so you also use its recovery. You don't have to, but it's preferable to do that. Poseidon's Fountain. Large bloodstain. Can I see that something's floating in the water? You gonna tell me what it is? Start to see the water's cloudy. If there's coins in here, some landed on the set. Fair enough, whatever. Okay then. What do we got? There it is, yeah. Move the bar on the side, you unlocked the door. Damn straight I did. What am I looking at here? Ah. Nice and easy. It's not always the same kind of creatures. Sometimes you just get lucky and do something else. Actually, that reminds me. I did go past the door earlier. I can't remember, is it open from this side or do I have to open it up from the inside? I've forgotten. I'll remember in a minute, don't worry. Ah no, it is open from this side, there we go. perfection. Excellent. That should top my magic back up too. Check that. It's a key. Yes, yes, I shall take the key. That'll come in handy. At least key items don't like take up inventory space. Right, so I want to go back into here. You can actually, memory serves, read scientific journal, some sort of feature article on mitochondria. Yes, I will pick that up. It's another random key item. You probably noticed there is a creature in here, but he's in the dining part of the area, not the dining, the kitchen part. So what you have to do is go in through this door to fight him. I mean, you can't fight it from the other side, which is actually technically easier, I suppose, but good enough. Sorted. Yeah, you can fight it from the other side if you want, where, hey, there's an ampule. I think that's how it's pronounced, ampule? Something like that. That's the wrong button again. You can check, and you'll see it's a stim, which cures silence, berserker, and confusion. Silence is one you definitely want to cure, because obviously silence means you can't use your magic, well, your parasite energy. It's fucking magic. I don't care what anyone says, it's magic. Just because it's biological magic rather than, I don't know what the other kind would be. Here we have, hey, look, it's a security system. Alright, so first things first. Push. Hey look, we can see what's going on now. Isn't that nice? Now we're already on that one. FBI agent's gone. Hey, there's Rupert. SWAT member. Someone survived. What's that he's doing? I don't know, let's go find out. Not much to see elsewhere, of course. Don't worry, all that'll come into play later. And look, check this. It's a keyhole. Different than the one on the right. What you can do is you can take that and take your blue key. Use that there. For chunks. And what does that do? Well, that starts up the escalator, of course. Or at least opens the door to it. Useful, of course, if you want to explore a bit more. Right, any more enemies showed up? Nope, looks like we're enemy clear for now. Excellent. You want to make a point of, like, checking your map every once in a while. Every time you do something that, like, you know, opens up a new area, or you meet a character, or something like that, check, and you'll be fine. That way you can keep track of where the enemies are. And as I say, it's actually worth fighting every single enemy in the game. Like, it's actually worth doing. Wait for it. Oh, I must be thinking about later. You get ambushed by some enemies in this room. I couldn't remember when it was. God forbid you walk up an escalator. It's always a point of contention between people who just stand still on an escalator and people who will walk up them just to get there quicker. Hello. Whoops. Nice. Excellent. It's a vending machine. Coca-Cola once again. Swap member's body. No good. There's no pulse. The armor he's wearing isn't so badly damaged. Ooh, yes please, I'll take that. Sorry, I'll just borrow this. Ooh, spine's broken. Ooh. By a civilian who was trying to help. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. So what we can do is we can swap that for this. Tactical vest. Which of course, as you can see by the comparison, much better. Because it's from plus 10 to plus 50 HP. I get bonus MP. And I get more attachment slots. Of course, that does mean you've got to fill your attachment slots. Now, one thing to point out is that it doesn't matter whether something is attached to your armor or over there in your general item thing. Excuse me. But in general, it still takes up inventory space. You only have 20 inventory slots, and that includes both what's in your items and what's attached to your armor. So you have to keep that in mind, that you still can't go over that limit. So you just got to be a little careful. And for the record, you should... Well, okay, here's the thing. If you are very, very, very careful, you won't have to worry about using your baton, because if you're lucky and if you're careful, you'll never run out of ammo. That's easier said than done, of course. Oh, that does remind me, I didn't actually hold that thought. I should go back and top up, because I haven't been to that tub of bullets lately. At least it doesn't show you the whole thing this time. Just part of it. Better. I wasn't really hurting for ammo, but better safe than sorry. Okay. You will also notice that although I have more HP, it hasn't filled it in for me. That's not really a big concern. Hi guys! It's Toby time! Wow. Oh. Reload, please. These guys have long arms. There we go. Ah, big people. Oh yeah, this item also has bonus HP recovery, which is great. Well, that doesn't sound good. But no new enemies have shown up because of it. Chain looks pretty tough. Won't open. Oh. No, that's the wrong button. Come on. I vaguely remember. Body armor shredded. Starting to worry about this. But, okay, I get a submachine gun. So that's good. So what we can do, go to there, go to there. Got the submachine gun, which is better in some respects, but not in others. But in and of itself, it doesn't matter. The weight, I think, is how long it takes you to prepare it, like when it's ready, or maybe it slows you down when you're running. I don't remember the specifics on that. But obviously, you want to go for that, because it's a cool gun. It also has the flashlight, which you can use as a secondary thing if you want to stun them, I guess, or something. I don't know. What was the button to... No, not that. Hang on. There was a button that let you... No, not that either. What was the button that let you sort? Oh, no, it was just down here. Yeah, look, you can sort shit. Because that's useful. Who doesn't want to sort stuff? Have a nice, clean inventory. Alright, what's going on in here? Freeze! Federal agent. It's Monkey Man! We'll be seeing a lot of him, trust me. Rupert, you're hurt. Don't worry about me. What was that thing? I was gonna ask you. Bastard jumped me from the ceiling. You call for backup? Backup's a no-go. Everyone's in the field. Oh, well then. Guess you'll have to go after that thing. Right. Careful, liar. I got a bad feeling about this. Really? You had to say the line. Okay. But look! Hey look! It's a key! Someone dropped a key here. Maybe that guy just now? Yes, definitely take the red key. I will show you why. Actually, I will show you why when I get back from the break, because I just noticed it's gone 4 o'clock. So yes, Parasite Eve 2. It's more or less what I remember, really. Okay, so we'll keep moving forward with this. As I said, I'm going to have a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute. See you in a sec, guys. And we're back. Okay, let's get back into it, shall we? So we grabbed the key, so that's good. I don't think this... Whoop, that's the wrong button again. Don't think there's too much else. See, I keep wanting to press square to run, because in so many games square is run, but no, it's circle that is run in this one. I don't think there's anything here. No, nothing serious. Oh, we did also get... You can actually look at the... Well, you can look at the metallic implant, but there's not a lot to say there. But hey, look, you can look at the scientific journal. Mendel, Science for the Masses, well known for its coverage of genetics. There's a vocab list for general readers. This month's feature, the Human Genome Project, Catalogue of Mitochondria, Cutting Edge of DNA Therapy, the Future of Cloned Organs. Yes, well, it just gives you some basic background, like mitochondria. It also gives you a little bit of background about some of the characters from the last game, Dr. Maida. So genes, DNA, Manhattan Blockade Incident, again, refreshing your memory on the last game, or filling you in if you never played it. You've got Vector, and that's something that actually comes into play in this game, which we'll get to a little later on. Of course, what you also want to do, and make absolutely, there it is, go near the side door. This Nagaida. Crunch, crunch. Recapture is impossible. It's going to be NY all over again. Yes, sir. All evidence will be destroyed. Mist won't be a problem, sir. Number 9 will create a diversion. At least he's not mighty. Well, that doesn't sound good. Actually, that reminds me how much... Oh, I do have enough of that. We have enough experience for me to buy combustion, which I quite like. Yes. I like combustion. Good one to start with. There are some times when that really comes in handy. The bust of a building, of the building's owner here. His achievements in genetics are arrogantly carved into the plate, but he didn't do half the research he takes credit for. Someone's planted a bomb. Oh dear. Tickety tick tick. What if it's booby trapped? Must be locked from the other side. Check the door a couple of times, and there's something on the ground. Black card. For the love of God, take this. Like, you need to take that, otherwise you can't get access to something really cool later on that's bloody useful. So yeah, make a point of getting the black card, and we're well away. Oh, look what it is. So remember how I wanted to buy combustion? It's almost like I knew this was coming. Isn't it? Hey, I got an item for my troubles. A plastic bottle? What could that be? MP Boost 1. Spring water. I like how you have to actually check to see, I've got this plastic bottle here, but I need to look closer at what it is. Oh, look, it's water. Who would have guessed? And unfortunately, yes, all of these things have now filled back up with enemies, but don't worry, we'll be going back that way anyway. So right, as you can imagine, Pierce is Rupert is buggered off. Pierce is the other guy. I always get those two names mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. I guess the black guy just looks like a Pierce to me. Well, it doesn't really matter about wasting ammo because you do have that infinite tank of it if you need it. Hang on, let me think. Where are we going? Well, you see, you can go this way because dude's just completely wrecked the fence. There's not really much point in doing that yet, I don't think. And a panel here. What could it be? I don't know what the code is. Oh well, guess we'll have to go and check somewhere. No, those fish aren't. Well, technically they are. If you try to go in the water, I think the fish electrocute you. But we'll deal with them later, so don't worry about it. Wait, you're still alive? Thank you. Nope, good enough. Hey, what'd I get? Ooh, 9 millis. Ah, different ammo type this time, is it? Probably. Ah, yes. The Hydra rounds. Worth saving for later. Trust me. We'll, whoop, I'm on again. We'll get into that when we get into that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Salted. The penicillin, fair enough. Right, where else we got? That one, that one, that one. Technically, yes, in the bridge, but there's no more recovery. I'm pretty sure we're as full up as we're going to be for this particular area in terms of enemies spawning. Actually, what I'm going to do... Oh no, that's right. There's no 180 spin in this game, is there? I forgot they didn't put that in. While I'm here. See, that's why combustion is useful. Another item. Yes, I'll definitely take some more Hydra, thanks. As you can imagine, this area does end up with a bit of a boss fight, and Hydra is technically more powerful than the other. Right, where are you? There you are. Hi, guys. Don't worry, you can't get me here. Ain't that fun? Come on now. There it is. Oh yes, the other thing you might have noticed is that my MP has gone up a little bit. Every time you buy a level in one of your magic abilities, you gain a couple of points of maximum MP, which is quite nice. We're good? We're good. Excellent. Open up. So, remember the thingamajiggy? The key we got? Well, guess where this goes. First one turns something on, but this one turns something off. Sweet. Oh, also, would you look at this? Weird graffiti. There's a short musical score. So you look at it. Bridge. 1, 2, 3, or C, D, and E if you know anything about music, like I do. I have actually had a few music lessons in my time, and I know the basics of music. Like, I know basic stuff. I never quite got as far into, like, chords and things like that, but I kind of did, but I actually genuinely struggled when it came to using both hands. But, as you can see, it's, like, very clearly and obviously you got to use the numbers to work things out. So obviously the last one is 1, and then you got 2, 3, 4, 5 would be the first one, and then 6 is the second one. It's pretty obvious. 6, so 5, 6, 1. Yes. So 5, 6, 1. That's where the clue was. So just double check. Well, there you go then. Success. So yeah, a couple of enemies are spawned out here to stop you from getting to your item that easily. But that's all it is. Watch out, he's gonna attack. Gotcha. I like this gun. Grenade rounds. Yes. Yes, please. Why would I want grenade rounds? Well... Come on, load now, thank you. Swap member in the fountain. This weapon looks like it's in good condition. It's just a bit wet. Grenade launcher. Yes, please. Good shit. Again, it's going to come in very, 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 very handy when it comes to... Oh, wait, is my inventory full? Yeah, my inventory's full, isn't it? Okay, hang on. Let me get rid of... that. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. You do tend to get more stuff here than you might otherwise think. But yeah, just get rid of anything you don't think necessary. For the record, absolutely recommend keeping the tactical vest, the grenade pistol, and the MP5A5. Because although you don't get to keep them for the long haul through the game, it's a bit sad, you have to turn them back in after this particular chunk of the game, you get items as replacements for them. Not in terms of like more weapons, but you get like, I think one of them you get a protein capsule, which is, you know, good. One of them you get like a belt pouch. I'll get more into that in detail later. And you get something else for the other one. I forget what it is. But you get items in exchange for them, which is nice. Okay, so next up, let's clear out the enemies in the area before we move on towards the boss. And we'll be fine. If memory serves, is this where the ambush happens? Yep. Fire. That's why I like combustion. Okay, well, let's see. What do we need? I'd rather take a recovery than anything else. Honestly, I don't think... I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think any of the enemies in this chunk of the game can actually... Oh, don't we get the bats from the ceiling now? Bats! Nice. Oh, no, I didn't even see what that was, but never mind. See, this is the other reason why it's always a good idea to, like, explore your environment. Keep an eye out for anything, really. Now, one thing you will note is that the GPS at the top also gives you a sort of a rough area of where your things are going to hit. Lines or area of effect or things like that. Useful for helping to line things up if you can't quite see what's going on the screen. Because, like, obviously with the fixed camera angles and all that stuff, it can be a little difficult. But it's fine. Alright, so if memory serves, yeah, one in the garden bit and one on the bridge. We'll do the bridge first. Trust me. So it's 5. Examine. Hey! I'm a puzzle-solving genius. And now we have some dead fish. Sort of. Go up here. It's like shooting fish on a bridge, that good old saying. Alright, so that's sorted. Good. And back down. I just wanted to clear them out of the way, trust me. Now we go back here again. As I said, it's a little repetitive running around killing all the enemies, but the points you get from it are worth it. Especially because it's like really expensive to level up. Oh, I forgot you guys came back. Actually, you know what? Earlier on I said I don't think that any enemies can inflict you with a status ailment. Stand corrected, actually, because those moths, if they touch you, will inflict you with darkness. I'd forgotten about that. But anyway, this is it. That's the whole area. We're pretty much done. So there's nothing left to do except prep for the boss. So that's fine. So that being the case, let's go top up my ammo count. And then we'll get ourselves ready. Alright. So in terms of what we want for the upcoming fight, obviously we are going to want to take the grenade launcher first and equip it with the 4 grenades. We can then get rid of the GPS system, because trust me, we're not going to need that for the thing, and then you can load that with the Hydra. So how that'll work is it'll use up the Hydra until you tell it otherwise. So how this basically works is you can equip your weapon ammo to your belt, which means you can reload at any point rather than, you know, waiting for your clip to run dry and then, you know, manually reloading. But you don't have to do that. Manually reloading, especially on the grenade launcher where you've literally just got 1 bullet, just makes sense, you know? So that's fine. And actually, what the other thing we'll do is... So yeah, so the basic idea is we'll use up the grenade pistol, fire the 4 shots, then we'll switch to the 9mm submachine gun with the Hydra bullets equipped, which are, I think they're stronger. Yeah, power of 15 versus power of only 10. So they are stronger. And then we can... And protein capsules, stem... I don't think the boss can do any of that stuff, but might be an idea. I think what I might do, actually, might sound like a stupid thing. I'm going to use this now. Give myself that extra 5. I probably aren't going to need it. This boss is not hard. But having a 2... Well, 3 2s and a 3... Yeah, that makes sense. In my thing would be useful. Also, was there a... That's the wrong button. How much do you recover? 30 MP. Oh yeah, you will also notice that it's use gets you 1, but using from an attachment actually gets you less. Never quite worked out why that is, because they're just drinks. Maybe it's like you're drinking so fast you just throw it over your face, so it doesn't quite work properly or something. I don't know, never quite worked that out. But we'll use this too, just to top up my MP. Probably not going to need... Actually, can I strengthen you? Yes, I can. I've got just enough points for that. Let's do that then, because that'll definitely come in handy for this boss. Because you're fighting this boss on very thin, narrow walkways. So the big bolt of energy that you can fire at him in a straight line, useful. Honestly, I probably won't end up using half of this shit, but it's a nice to have. He's funny. Good laugh. Hello. You die on your own, I forget. Oh, no, wait, I forgot about this. Oh, this could be a problem. Tell you what. That's fine. I forgot about that guy. If I'd have remembered that that guy was there, then I probably would have not wasted my MP, but never mind. It's not a big problem. A bomb, and it's armed. Must be remotely triggered. Who could have said this? Even the music starts thudding like a heartbeat after you've checked the bomb, which is quite a nice touch. Emergency phone. I'll probably use this to call Mist. Obviously. Don't worry. Police helicopter will be there for you shortly. In Brea, you must detain that suspect. Alright. all the places to end up. So, you can run all the way along here. Like, where's he gone? Where is he? Where is he? You can also check out these things, which is, well, useful if you can get it to work in the context of the things. If. Easier said than done, I suppose, but it works. The lift is on the floor above. What? So yeah, you go all the way along there, just to find out it's a dead end, and you go all the way back. And that's when things get interesting. Wow, I actually forgot how long this path is. Hello! What are you? Q&A time, huh? I'm a hunter, just like you. My turn. Guess what this is? A warrant for your arrest? This is your life, little girl. Here, come and take it if you can. I forgot he has a fuck-off fire sword. Time to run. Oh dear, I forgot about that. Oh well. Switch across to... He's a fireball, use ice magic. Yeah, it doesn't really help. I forgot he has a bloody powder thing. Uh-oh. Time to use a quick heal. Oh, there we go. Apparently I didn't need to. Pretty good for a fed. Want some more? We'll finish this up here. Nice. So, we don't exactly have a lot of Hydra left, but I think we'll be fine. Lift it down, go on up. Who's ready for round 2? Well, you're gonna have to wait a while, because round 2 is gonna be... That doesn't happen now, it happens later. Do it now. I missed the first line, I was too busy choking. What? Afraid to shoot me? Huh. Time's up, little girl. Woohoo! Listen. Higher, where'd he go? He jumped to the next building. What? That's impossible. That's what they said in the Matrix. What is that in your hand? I don't know, it was lying on the ground. You know, I think that's the bomb detonator. What? Can you defuse it? You're kidding, right? Did you press something? Don't look at me. Must have been another. There must have been someone with another detonator. We'd better get out of here. Relax. Chopper's on its way. If it gets there in time. Yeah, relax. The building's exploding, but you know, relax. It's fine. It's a little too close. Let's hope they're insured. September 5th, 2000. 1:44 a.m. Mist Center, Los Angeles. Good work, you two. Is there anything else? Well, actually... Here. Take a look at this. UFO invasion. Aliens ate my spaghetti. Cattle mutilation? I do love that headline, by the way. Aliens ate my spaghetti. Always got a chuckle out of me. Because, I mean, if you're going to fly, you know, billions of miles to another planet, you're going to go there for the spaghetti. You know? Spaghetti is good. I think. Depends on what it's with, I suppose. And this article is... I'm going on a UFO hunt? It may lead to that. Autopsies of those cow carcasses showed cell degeneration. And Brea, I trust you know what that means? Neo-Mitochondria creatures, NMCs, we know they have a vast appetite due to an unusually high metabolic rate. And it's our job to teach them some table manners. Exactly. Necessary documents are in this folder. Missed search warrant. Special FBI search warrant authorizes a broad range of activities in anticipation of missed emergency procedures. UMA photograph. Photograph of an animal corpse over 15 feet in length. A man holding a shotgun is visible on the right. Out of focus background makes location hard to determine. It appears to be a desert region. The existence of Neo-Mitochondria is unknown to the public. Missed operations are officially explained as criminal hunts or natural gas explosions. Current investigation is officially a manhunt for a serial killer. Yeah, so apparently they just managed to cover up everything that happened in New York all those years ago. Because, yeah, apparently covering shit up is really easy. Map of investigation area in the Mojave Desert. Surrounding landscape is hilly with a number of mesas. With the exception of the town of Dryfield, the area is empty and barren. You know, it wasn't until Fallout New Vegas that I actually learned how to pronounce Mojave properly. I used to just think it was called the Mojave. Because no one had told me any better. Because, I mean, you know, I didn't know that you're supposed to pronounce a J as a H in certain languages. How the fuck was I supposed to know that? Actually, I think I called it the Mojive because I thought that was funnier when I was first playing this. But no, apparently it is pronounced Mojave. Other languages are fucking weird, man, but then English is no better, so, you know. Don't suppose I'll be fighting any giant cactus creatures. Cut the crap out of you. What about the Acropolis, sir? I'll have another team do the cleanup. You just worry about fixing up your arm. Yes, sir. Agent Brea, you have your orders. That'll be all. Hey, guess what? What do you want, Pierce? Whoa, is that about the new assignment? Wouldn't you be? Anyway, I got some tasty news for you. A little something about that implant you found. Well, cough it up. Turns out it's a microtransmitter, state of the art. Those shape-changing creatures? Somebody was controlling them, Aya. Controlling? Like livestock or something. Come to think of it, they were branded. Night of the Killer Cows? Seriously though, why would someone tag them? And for what purpose? Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is, I'm off for a drive in the desert. Oh, speaking of which, I found sand in that implant. Sand? Get this, when I analyzed it, it matched samples from the Mojave. You're kidding. Found NMCs in every part of the US, except arid regions. We thought they couldn't take the heat, but sandy implant may prove otherwise. You don't say. Maybe my desert safari is connected with the case after all. Most likely. So, perk up, Aya. Pierce, thanks for the info. According to the Men in Black cartoon, the Statue of Liberty's giant memory eraser device. True, although I always thought that was really, really stupid. But that wouldn't really apply here because the Statue of Liberty gets knocked down at the end of Parasite Eve 1, so, you know. Okay, so you will notice it's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, the ringer solution. I'd forgotten about those. Those are good fun. So you will notice I've got a few things here from... Yeah, the belt pouch, I think the ringer solution and the protein capsule are in exchange for those 3 items I got. I don't remember which one is which. I want to say the protein capsule is the grenade launcher, the belt pouch is the vest, and the ringer solution is the machine gun. I think I might be getting that wrong, but if you're going to pick them all up, then you'll get all of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. So we'll get rid of you. And you do get to keep the ammo at least, but you almost don't need to use it, so it's not really a problem. Let's see. So yeah, you do get an item storage box in the boot of your car. I sort of vaguely tried to find that earlier, couldn't, but whatever. So there's that if you need it. The other thing you need, I think, do they refresh this? Ah yes, they do. I had it vaguely in my mind that you could pick that up twice, and I was like, no, I must be misremembering that. That wouldn't be that stupid. So move that across to there. Sorted. Okay, and of course, one of the things we did actually end up with, if you remember, is we got 4,000 bounty points. Yes. That's good shit. That'd be the good shit. So, what are we going to buy with that? I got a couple of ideas. Okay, trade BP for weapons? Yes. So, my personal favorite for this particular section, and I've got long planned reasons for buying this, is the shotgun. I'm going to buy the 12 gauge pump action shotgun. It's maybe not the best weapon, some people might prefer the rifle, but firstly the shotgun is cheaper. So, you know, that helps. And of course we will buy all the buckshot that we can. Excellent. I don't think I really need armor at this point. I mean, there is that one. It's nice. Resists paralysis, MP recovery, although everything has MP recovery, really. Combat armor, can't really afford. It comes... this is one thing you can actually keep an eye out for on your armor. A motion detector means you don't need to equip a GPS in your inventory slots. useful because it means you can put like another gun, or you can put a healing item in there or something like that. That can come in handy. We don't really need any of this. I mean, you can buy the turtle vest if you want. Personally, I prefer to save, because if you're good enough at the game, you're not going to take too many hits. Hopefully, theoretically anyway. Do you have to drink lots of water? Yeah, sure. Makes sense. So, we'll be taking this. And hopefully everything will go fine for me, and I won't end up screwing up and dying. Hey, it could happen. But I prefer the shotgun. As I said, there are sort of long-term reasons for why I like it. But we'll get to that later. Alright, so we drop off. Can't move that. Really? Is it because it's... Oh, no, wait, I know why. Because it's here, isn't it? Nope. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's why I can't get rid of it. That inventory, give me a moment. Oh, really? Apparently I just can't get rid of that. Huh. I thought you could. Why can't I get rid of that? That is actually kind of weird. I don't know why I can't get rid of that. Oh well, we'll get rid of it later. That might be a thing if I can't get rid of it from my inventory now, but I can later, because I don't remember you being forced to carry that around with you. Strange and mysterious. Right. So we got the shotgun, which is what I wanted. Hal said the SWAT weapons were returned to the police department. Yeah, but we got stuff in exchange, so it's not all bad. We should go get replacements. Shaggy's waiting for you in the firearms. I've already done that, thanks. Can I go now? Ready. You can keep doing more practice. Although I will say, once you leave, you don't get to come back. It's weird because this game has this area as being like this hub. This is where you do all your missions from. So it almost seems like you're going to be here as like your main base. And then you'll be going out to do little missions here and there, and the plot is going to evolve. It's not. Once we go to Dryfield, that's pretty much it. That becomes one chunk of this large area you get as the last part of the game. It's really weird because you get the Acropolis as in like that's kind of the prologue in a way, but you don't go back there. But once you get to Dryfield, you can sort of explore Dryfield a lot, and then you move to a new area, but then that area ultimately connects back to Dryfield. So it's really weird, but it works. But it makes you feel like you're going out on missions and stuff like that. Alright, I'll open the gate and off you go. Yay! It's the same cutscene, just at daytime this time. Makes sense, I guess. September 5th, 2012, 13 p.m. What a lovely place. Well, better start questioning the locals. If there are any, that is. Alright, now, here's the thing. There is a box of ammo here, should you need it, if you decide to not get a shotgun or whatnot. But I don't need that right now. Can I get rid of that gun now? Should we save for these stuff in the trunk? Yeah, now you can get rid of it. Okay. So yeah, I knew you could get rid of that. I guess it was just a thing if you have to wait until you leave the place before you can do that. One of those weird random things. Gasoline pumps. No time to fill up now. I got a job to do. They'll come in handy later. Can't see inside. It's too dark. Oh, wait. There's someone looking out. Staring at me. Is there? While we're here, public phone. 75 cents. Wonder if it works. You're on site? Good. Gather all information you can. Also, unless it's an emergency, be sure to follow the Civilian Relations Manual at all times. That'll be all. The Jack Cactus General Store. It's locked. Because of course it is. Shoot civilians on sight, got it. Honestly, there ain't that many civilians to shoot. This is sort of a survival horror game, so you know. Something's cooing at me. Ahoy! Ow. Damn, I was hoping I could get off the second shot before we did that. Idiot. Now that's the weird thing, because the creatures you meet in the Acropolis, they sound like horses. And yet the creatures that look like horses sound like pigeons. It's evolution gone mad, I tell you. So, as you can see, Dryfield is, well, it's a charming little place. But yeah, let's, room 1. Nobody's home. Oh, if only that were true. Nothing here. Top shelf's empty too. Oh, that's a shame. An old mirror. We do find things about the mirrors, but we'll get to that later on. Ooh, portrait of a well-dressed man. Dark Holiday, 1851 to 1887. Gambler. He fought beside Wyatt Earp, the OK Corral. I've always wondered, why was the corral just okay? I mean, couldn't they have made it better? I don't know. I'm not exactly up to date on American history and stuff like that. So, whatever. Just wait, eventually they'll all evolve into crabs. Now, the giant crab monster was back in the last game. Yeah, wasn't that like a thing online a little while back? There was some article that says why everything in the universe wants to evolve into crabs or something like that. I think I remember that vaguely, but I don't know. It was just one of those stupid headlines that, of course, everybody took way out of context, but that's what made it funny. Hey, I blew him enough. I do like that you can do that. Alright. Oh, portrait. Wyatt Earp. 1848 to 1929. Wild West Sheriff. Fought at the OK Corral. Wasn't okay by the time he left it. Nothing's hanging here. Maybe on the top shelf. Oh, wait a second. Penicillin. Could come in handy. OK stands for Old Kindersley. Fair enough. The only thing I really know about Wyatt Earp is that movie Tombstone, I think it was called, where it's got that brilliant no moment in it, which, you know, obviously just got shared all over the fucking internet because it's so stupid. Hey, just now I felt like someone was watching me. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, so yeah, you can check all out all the rooms. Room 3. Nobody's home. Oh no, it's locked.
No one's home. And it's also locked. And look, we have ice. That's nice. It is hot today, but I don't need any ice. We'll get there. Alright, got a few places to check out first. Hotel Bronco. No one's here. There's no one ever home. Still, we can check upstairs. Nothing we can do up here yet. I'm pretty sure all these rooms are locked, I think. Memory serves, I'm pretty sure they are. Nope, it's locked. There we go. And it's locked. Hotel loft. No one's in there. And it's locked. Yep, everything's fucking locked. Because of course it is. Why would it be anything else? Of course, the point of this is to put all these areas on the map. So that, you know, when enemies start spawning up, we know that they're there. I will say, I will sort of point this out, but where you have to go in order to move forward with the plot took me so fucking long to find the first time I ever played this game. It's not easy to see. Like, if you don't know what you're looking for, it's actually kind of difficult. Abandoned motorcycle. Ugh. Figures. Saloon Gene and Roy's. Looks closed. It's still closed. That's a shame. Motorcycle. Yep. Okay, but we'll get to the forward way in a bit. But hey, look, it's a public toilet. Oh dear. It's another one of them. Hi. Don't freeze on me like that. Up you get. Works for me. Alright. Confused. Something's written in faint red ink. Alright, now, this is step one of a multi-step kind of side quest, side mission, whatever you want to call it, where you have to follow these little riddles in order to get the code to unlock a safe in an area much later on in the game. Well, I say much later on, sort of a good couple of hours past this point. And it's kind of annoying because some of the things can only be read at very specific points. It's very strange. Anyway, obviously I'm filling the blanks for you on this one. Solve my riddle before you go. How many phones in Dryfield streets? Then proceed, go down below to sunless molehills where red blood sleeps. Doesn't make any sense yet, but once we get to the room, you'll probably work out what I'm talking about. So obviously, now I will say, can you only read it once? Oh, really? Can you only read it? Oh, apparently you can only read it once. One of the things that I did find quite interesting is it says how many phones in Dryfield streets. Well, obviously it tells you here, but of course you don't have access to the whole map yet. It says streets, but what it means is how many phones are there in the whole of Dryfield completely? Like, you know, once you've explored all the places, how many phones end up being in the whole area, you know? Which is, yeah, kind of strange. Not winning any awards for cleanliness. I wonder why these things have... Oh my. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Look. Urinals. 4 of them. Storage for cleaning supplies. Don't need any of these. And I don't think I ever will. But that's fine. Anyway, it looks as though it's already gone 5 o'clock. Bloody hell. Okay, so I will show you where we actually have to go to move forward and how tricky it can be to find it if you don't know where to look. when I get back from the break. See you in a sec, guys. And we're back. Okay, then. So, remember how I said that finding the place to move forward after you've explored all that a little bit can be kind of tricky? See if you can spot it on the map. Because it's hard to clock. Like, if you don't know what you're looking for, it is very hard to see. It is, I don't know if the mouse will show up on, no, the mouse doesn't show up because the screen gets rid of it. But if you look next to the M in Main Street, where I am, and then look a little to the right, there's a tiny, tiny, weeny little hole in the black line. That's where you've got to go. The first time I played this game, it took me like 20 minutes to find. It's not obvious. The only... Because here's the thing. From this angle, if you look where the icebox is at the back right of the screen, you can just see the gate. That little brown square bit there. That's what you've got to look for. It's this. And of course, if you're smart enough to actually walk up to the icebox, then you can see it. It gives you the angle straight off there. But if all you do is just go to the door, because, well, why would you need to go anywhere else? It's hard to see. Like, it just looks like part of the scenery. But no, this is the door you're looking for. I don't know. I don't get why they made it so hard to see. Maybe that was the point, because it's just supposed to be a back alley. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. An old well. Ah, da. Darn it. Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. Well, tips. Tell you what, let's go somewhere else. Oh, that's not good. Ah. The bats! The bats! That's more like it. What'd I get? Combat light. What defensive weapon blinds enemies? Well, I don't need that. So let's just get rid of it. Because of course I don't. How much parasite energy am I going to need to revive you? 750? Okay. I'll do that. And then heal. Ah. And again, please. Ah. Perfect. Wooden fence is blocking the way. No wooden box under the sheet. Close off and... Ooh. I didn't actually remember that was there, but okay. Coca-Cola bottles, because everything has to be on brand, I suppose. Looks pretty damp. Dark. Noisy, too. Who or what was that? I definitely think we're going to a what. I don't think a who is appropriate. Not unless there's, like, someone down there who let out the mother of belches. I don't think we're talking about a who. It's definitely a what. Douglas Scrapyard. Rear entrance. No trespassing. It's not locked. We'll go in the back. Back way's always the best way to go in. Drafting table. It's a little small. Now, here we actually have a tiny little puzzle. It will shut ourselves from the other side. Ah, yes. An oil drum here is filled with water, probably used as a coolant. So, there's a car, and as you can probably tell, it's movable. You can tell that because it clearly... Ooh, what's that noise? Is there someone on the other side? Or something? It's too dark to see and nothing's moving in there. Circuit breaker is down. Raise it. Breaker is on. Excellent. Which of course has turned that on over there. It's a car, no wheels, and hydraulic lift. So, it's puzzle time. This door's locked also, by the way. Puzzle time. What you got to do is you got to move the car in order to be able to get to the gate. So, you want to up. turn. Then you want to leave it. Go through here. Scooch through and unlock the gate. Treasure seems to be unlocked, but unfortunately you can't access it properly. Because, well, car's in the way. So, turn it again. And there you go. Simple. Of course, you can't go that way, so what you have to do is now you've unlocked the gate. You can go through. Not a problem. Actually, that reminds me, was there... Hang on a second. I have a vague memory of something. I might be misremembering this. This could be a waste of time. Let me just... Got a vague memory there's something in the boot. I've got a memory of that, and I don't know... I might be misremembering, or I might be thinking of another car. But I think there is something you can check out in the boot, isn't there? Am I misremembering that? No? Maybe I've got to lower it first. Hang on. I'm probably completely and totally wrong about this. Just let me satisfy my curiosity. Skip this. Screw it. You can skip them. I was just not doing it on purpose. Ah! Free shotgun shells! There you go! I knew there was something in the boot. My brain wasn't lying to me. Okay. There we go. Sorted. Who's there? What are you doing in my garage? Oh, don't shoot. FBI. Don't move. So when does the FBI have the right to invade private property? You look almost human. Don't look much like a Fed. I'm not one of those creatures. Can I show you my badge? Alright. Missed. Right, missed. We're a top secret agency. We hunt those creatures. You bring any friends? Just me. That's what carrying this into city girl alone. What do you think this is, a fashion show? I can hear you. Are there any creatures around here? Creatures? Places crawling with them. And the other residents? Few got killed, others hightailed it. Weren't many here in the first place. Can you tell me what happened? Kind of a long story. I'll tell you later. It's time for my rounds. I'll help. Bad or not. I got traps set all over town. But... listen, you're probably tired from your drive. Go ahead, use the motel. Hey, motel key number 6. Oh, forgot to introduce myself. Name's Douglas. I run the scrapyard. Hi, Brea. Pleased to meet you. Hiya. Hiya. Huh. Sounds familiar. I doubt it. It's a Japanese name. My mother was born there. That's so, huh? Yeah. Charming individual. Room's on the 2nd floor. Go ahead and use it. Managed to beat it a long time ago. Left me in charge. You can explore this place, but there's not a lot to see yet. We'll be coming back later. There is, of course, also a door over here. But I don't think he lets you use it. Hey, where are you going? Motel's not that way. Yeah. That'll come in handy later. You going through there? So, yep, it's back to the motel. Because he gave me room 6. Nice. As you can see, everything's decided to repopulate, because of course it has. Big important things happen, that means repopulation of enemies. Oh, is this where we get... Yep. Oh, I forgot about that. Woo! Don't need that, thanks. For the record, although killing enemies gets you BP, you cannot sell items, unfortunately. So... eh. Come on, there is definitely an item in here. There it is. Babies. But not just any babies. They go splody. Yeah, thinking about it, I wonder if the enemies in Dead Space 2 were inspired by those guys. You got exploding babies in that too. Small box, what is it? Flare! Don't need that nonsense. Ow. Come on, you. Come and get it. I was hoping you crash into the wall or something. Come on, come and get it. They're pretty dumb. The trick with them is to learn to avoid them. Gotta learn to dodge them properly. Anything in the loo? No, looks like we're good. A couple of things up there though. I think he spotted me. Wow, yeah. Uh-oh. Get off. Actually, that could be a problem. I didn't realize how low my health is getting. I need to be more careful than that. Not quite enough. That's more like it. Ooh, there are slug shotgun shells. Well, that could come in handy, but probably not. Alright, Room 6. Door open with room number 6. Well, doesn't this place look fancy-dancy? Leave my extra things here. Look, you got a couple of stims and some free ammo. Not that I need them, but this basically acts as your nice little safe room. A closet. Didn't bring a change of clothes. Bed's been made. Not sleepy though. A little early for a nap. Yeah, you do get to sleep here later on, actually. Brand new TV set. I think Mr. Douglas gave me the best room in the house. Stubborn with a heart of gold. Reminds me of Daniel. No time to watch TV now? No, we'll be watching one of the most bizarre TV shows ever. But that'll be later on. We'll get to that when we get to that. Survivor? Good. I see. I'll exterminate any remaining NMCs. And try to find out what they're doing there. Alright, let's do that. Things get a little more complicated though, as I'm sure you can imagine. And of course, look, there's a bathroom. Very nice looking bathroom. Look like I'm in my early 20s. It's nice, but there's a reason. It's what my mitochondria want. Youthful host is advantageous. Saw this movie about a medieval knight who lived into this century. I don't want that. I'll be happy to live just one normal life. I could be wrong. I think she's talking about Last Crusade. Maybe, maybe not. Hard to say. Huh, you can see the water tower from here. Hey, there's someone up there. Yes, there's someone up there and there's a ladder down here. Down we go. Oh yes, I remember this bit. What fun. Alright, you can go through here. But I'm pretty sure it just leads to a dead end. And reserves. Hello. Ah, kids. Forgot you did that. Item obtained. Oh, fair enough. It's locked. It says Gary Douglas. Intercom. Press call. No answer. Douglas will not be back from his round yet. That's a shame. Don't worry, we'll deal with that later. Like, this is supposed to be the main entrance into his place. What a place to put it! Like, down a little alleyway behind a bunch of buildings. That makes sense. Oh yes. Hello. Creatures made a hole. They were digging. So here's annoying. You gotta flip this switch. Just raise the lever. Gate opens up. Fine. Now you're timed, and you've got to run all the way around. But enemies show up and try and knock you back. You can't fight them. Oh, damn it. You just have to hope to avoid them, which I did not. Oh, damn it. I got hit by both of them. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Oh, good. They disappear after they've hit you, which is really, really, well, fine, I guess. Well, that ain't good. This is not going to go well for me. Damn it. Oh, not good. Drink. As you can tell with these guys, it's best to wait until they hit themselves and then we good. Woo! That got it. Hey. Yes, please. I think I should probably attach that to my thing. Actually, I should really pull a bunch of stuff out of my inventory box at some point, because I'm not as good at this game as I used to be. So I need that safety net. I used to be able to do this without getting, taking a single hit, but I guess I'm just old and useless now. My apologies, I would have helped, but I was afraid I might hit you. Name's Madigan, Carl Madigan. And you are? I am Brea, FBI. Well. Is that a problem? That puma-like creature just now had a human face. Was that one of those NMCs? Yes, an unusual breed, but... So you're one of those mist hunters, right? You've done your homework. May I ask who you might be? Me? I'm a PI out of LA. I'm here to check out a shelter. I'm supposed to be in these parts. I ran into some of those monsters on my way out here. Totaled my car. I walked the rest of the way to town. Private investigator? In that outfit? Well, you never know these days. Really? So, what's supposed to be in this shelter? That's client confidential. I'd lose my license. Not that I know anything yet. I only just got here. Say, since we seem to be looking for the same thing, how about we join forces? I'm game. Let me know if you find anything out. And he's gone. Could see the whole town from here. That red truck. Mr. Douglas must be back. Correct, he is. And that opens up the gate permanently. Because I guess Kyle couldn't have flipped the lever beforehand, but whatever. Right, now there's not too much more else up here, except if you go up here. He's in his 40s or so. Mr. Douglas must not have come up here. But hey, we got a key from him, so that's something. Oh, and a recovery 1. Didn't do him much good, I guess. Oh, yep. Illuminated key with the engraving G and R. And down we go. we go again. Ow! God damn it. Always forget about that. They leave puddles of poisonous goo on the floor. Well, I don't know if it's poisonous or acid, but it hurts, whatever it is. We can go check on Douglas now. Technically, we can. You'll see soon enough. Because the door is still locked. Use the intercom. Who is it? Oh, it's you. My peg leg's off right now. You have to open the door yourself. There's a key to your left. Just come through the garage around to the trailer. There's a key hanging in the recess. I can't reach it. If we just pull it up somehow. However, will we do that? I know. Product placement. You'll see. Believe me, you'll see. Okay. So Wolves, we got the key. Which means we can get in here now. Hi guys. We got giant mosquito creatures. Just what we needed. Don't need that, thanks. Employee locker, there's something inside. Yep, sure. Apparently everybody just loves some pills. Something on the door. It's a magnet! It's a fucking Coca-Cola magnet. Yep, as I said. And of course that's how you get the key, with the magnet. Because... promotional item in the shape of a Coca-Cola bottle cap. There's a magnet on the back. I told you we'd be getting the key via product placement. It's really weird. As I said, it's just like, I guess they just decided to get Coca-Cola product placement for the game, and so fuck it, they're like, put it everywhere. Make it a key item, make it important. It's Coca-Cola. Honestly, I don't really know how good product placement really works, especially for items like Coca-Cola that literally everybody has heard of. Like, everybody knows what Coca-Cola is. I mean, I could understand in like some country where it's like a new product or something like that, but it's like, you know, it's westernized world. We know what Coca-Cola is. Oh yeah, actually, that does remind me. For reasons known only to itself, it's a map of the town. Just, you know, in the bathroom. Because I guess you gotta look at something while you're taking a shit. That's good, they're all down on the floor, and that'll make them easy pickings. These guys are dangerous if they can fly. If you get them down on the floor, they're practically harmless. So, that's what you want to do. Cola is always there to save you. I mean, I like Coca-Cola, you know. Personally, I really like cherry flavored Coca-Cola. That's actually quite a favorite drink of mine. It's a can. And look, you even get it as a fucking item that you can pick up. I'd actually forgotten about that until literally just before I did that. I was like, what's in here? Oh yeah, it's a can. Oh god, yeah. Canned cola restores 80 MP and 20 HP. I'm honestly surprised the ringer solution isn't the Coca-Cola can, just because of how glorious Coca-Cola must be. It's so fucking stupid. But I mean, that is a useful item. Like, that is a genuinely useful item. Hey look, we got a map now. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, it's a map of all the areas. Including the underground. But we'll be getting to that later. Okay, for now, let's just clear out all the areas. Wait. There it is. I can take that. Don't really need it, but I'll take it. Alright, anything in the loot? No, just Main Street and the garage. Okay then. And then I'll swing by the place. Actually, was there anything upstairs? Ah, there was. Whoop. Come on. Just a couple of clicky clackies. Good. Randomly decided to take one more shot for some reason. Okay. Alright. Excellent. Excellent. Good. I feel like I'm getting back into the swing of it. As I said, it's been... I can't even remember how long it's been since I last played this game. So, yeah, really is one of those things that it's just like... Gotta get back. But I mean, you know... I'm in my mid-30s now. I'm not as good at gaming as I used to be. Which is a terrifying prospect. Ah, damn it. Wasn't able to U-turn fast enough. Missed. Hello, howdy Frag. Hey, howdy. I like saying howdy too. Bless you for providing Parasite Eve content on this site. No worries. Unfortunately, he locked the door, which means we gotta go in the back way. Well, no, technically that's the back way. We gotta go in the front way, which always to me seemed like the back way because it's so hidden. Like, it never made any sense for the main entrance of his building to be down that little alleyway, whereas that's the back end. I don't know. The whole town of Dryfield doesn't actually make any sense. I mean, I understand that, like, there are chunks of it that are sealed off because, you know, Douglas has put up all his fences and everything like that. And, like, you know, that makes sense in a way. Like, you see all these barbed wire fences and everything. Like, that's all done by Douglas to, you know, to stop all the NMCs getting around. Hang on. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. You know, that I get. But it still doesn't make any sense about this, because the only way to get to this area is... Like, this whole section is sealed off by buildings, and it's just like, it doesn't make any sense that that's the main entrance. Because it's like buildings on three sides, it's got a rock on the other side, it's just like, what the... Ah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It's one of those things where, obviously, like, level design came first. Which, yeah, I get that, Alright, so we'll use an item. Product placement shall save the day. And all I will say is a good job that the key was made out of iron and was able to actually be magnetized. Yay. Of course, you know, most keys are not magnetic. And while we're thinking about it, what I will do... And I unlock the door. Oh god, of course it forces you to go through when you do that. But hey, door's open now, so that's good. We do have a little fight in the garage, of course, which I think it's a flying enemies. Oh no, don't we also get the... Yes, I think... Is that now or is that later? Yeah, I think we get the introduction to the new enemy type in a minute. That's it. That's what you want. Gotcha. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that to me. Coil of rope. Don't need this right now. I will need it later, though. Trust me. Woof woofs. Knock, knock. He was prepared. Good to see my gun collection put to use. Who would have guessed? Agent Brea, was it? Just Ire is fine. Okay, Ire. Don't know how, but one of your friends, the FBI, found me. Rang up out of nowhere. That'd be Pierce. We made a deal. If you let me exchange BP, I'll let you exchange BP for guns. He says he'll pay me back later. The FBI. Pierce is good for his word. Well, let me know if anything catches your eye. Yeah, well, the lockbox does, but sturdy iron box. We'll get to open up that later. Hello, Poochie. Right, so yeah, you can have a wander around, and basically he will act as my shop for at least a little while. M4A1, MP5. How'd you get licenses for these? Some I got from a friend in the military group, the militia group even. That's illegal. Wouldn't throw the book at me for a hobby, would you? Hey, came in handy, don't knock it. Alright, need something? Show me your guns. What do you want? Well, first, we'll top up our buckshot ammo. Oh, I didn't go to my car, did I? I kept meaning to do that. You can also buy grenade and riot stuff. That will come in handy later. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Also, armor. I don't necessarily know if any of this is, like, needed. Maybe the extra MP for that, or the best. That one's nice-ish. It's got a decent number of attachments on it. And it resists poison, which can be useful. Includes an emergency first aid kit. Yeah, that's the poison resistance. I don't buy this stuff personally. Again, yeah, the default stuff you get's fine. It's mostly the weapons you got to deal with, because, you know, that's like the focus. But you can buy recovery stuff as well if needs be. And he's got some decent stuff. You can buy the rifle and you can buy some attachments for it, which is nice. And the grenade pistol, again, we'll be getting that later. Don't need it for now, but alright. Actually, tell you what, one thing we will do. Let's nip over here and yeah, go ahead and use it. And buy our gun or two while you're at it. Yeah, he's thinking about his retirement. Hello? Oh, hey, no, don't mention it. Huh? How? Oh, something came up. You have to split. And the cat's away. Might as well play. How you doing out there? Maybe raking in the BP, but be careful. Save complete. Alright, so we topped up our ammo, which is good. Need something? Yes. Tell me about the shelter, because that's the only way to actually advance the storyline. I've heard there's a shelter in the vicinity. A shelter? Oh, right. One of those militia groups dug to prepare for the nuclear winter. I remember that. It's out in the hills. Is it still in use? Well, I heard that some big company bought it a few years back. Scream! Wait, just now, did you hear that scream? Huh? Didn't hear anything. I wasn't hearing things. Came from that direction. That's the empty house. Thought I blocked that place up to keep people out. Probably some tourist. I'll go check it out. Where's the house? From the town center, you go through the general store. But, don't trust nobody. Wouldn't leave me a key. Of course, there's a well behind the garage. You might be able to get into the general store from below. It'll stink to high heaven, but it's the best way. I'll show you the way. Thanks, Mr. Douglas. I'll be fine on my own. Alright. Excellent. So yeah, we can do that now. Flint, show her, boy. I guess maybe it is later you get introduced to that creature. Huh. I thought it was now, but I'd probably be thinking of later on. So, follow Doggo. Oh, hello. Sorted. So yeah, first he shows you the coil of rope. See, I told you we'd be using this. Although that does remind me, actually, what's my experience points like? What do I want to get next? We got that for, what is it, 500? Yeah. 1,750. Ooh, tough choices. Like, that's useful, but getting metabolism in general is nice because that allows you to cure problems. And upping healing could also be a good idea, but that costs the same amount. Alright, tell you what, we'll get metabolism, because having that just even at level 1 is useful. And then we'll go for combustion level 2 later. Because as you can probably tell, things have kind of, filled back up again. Hi guys. Bingo. The dog wants to go that way. But, as you can see, a lot of areas have now filled up with enemies, so we're going to have to deal with all that stuff. So, off to kill some enemies. Uh-oh. Ow. That'd be past. Come on, stop that. Yeah, good enough. We back to horses things out there again, or what are they called? Chasers? I want them all to go into one little area so I can zap them all at once, but no such luck. Good enough. Find and whack. Is that not all of them? One thing you will probably notice, as expected with the shotgun, the closer you are to an enemy and more damage it does, because that's kind of how shotguns work. Alright, so we'll now up you to you. Excellent. That'll really come in handy. Honestly, I do tend to focus on fire because they're damage dealing ones, and that's kind of what I like to focus on when it comes to this stuff. Right, what do we got? So that one, go around to there. Nothing upstairs at least. Nice. At least you can get around now. Literally, as in you can like do a loop of the whole place as you need to. So was it? Yes, it was the bathroom. Public urinal. I guess you're in trouble now. Uh-oh. Wow! Damn it, he blew up. Oh well, never mind. I think what we'll do is heal up. Better. Ah yeah, so you probably have to leave the room and then come back in and you can see it again. How many phones in Dryfield Street? We'll get to that. In fact, you can more or less answer the question. Can you answer it now? Because there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. Actually, there is another one too. You just don't know that yet because you haven't found it. There are 4. The first number is a 4. Was there? No. Alright. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't bloody work. Uh-oh. Ow. Hits. Uh-oh. Ow. Ooh. Close. Where's that last one? Oh, he's in there. Are the exploding babies? Is that top? See, that's why you really want to go for the healing one, like, as fast as you can, and then, like, max it as soon as you can as well. Like, it is that sort of balancing thing of you want to balance healing yourself and attacking enemies. You know, the fire and the water in that regard. Uh-oh. Nice. Alright, we'll just nip to the car, and then... Well, then that's gonna have to be it for today, because it's 6 o'clock, and I gotta go. Which is a shame, because I'm actually really having fun with this. But, of course, this is only the beginning, so it shouldn't be a problem in the long run. Right, so what do we want to get rid of? First, move all of those across. Thank you. Move. Move those temporarily because I don't really need them. Let's see now. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Right, let's sort out. That'll do it. It's good to have the protein capsule there just in case. And we make a save. How many of the implant you found analyzed? Some very heavy stuff going on here. Get this. Some of the components you can find in any techie shop. And some of them, we don't even know what they're made of. But they're organic. Probably high-tech military stuff. I'll keep you posted. You just get little snippets of extra stuff here depending on how often you save, which is nice. It gives you an incentive to do so. And this game doesn't judge you on the number of times you save.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.